Hey everyone, I'm Clue. Welcome back to Small Sword Dungeon 2 as I try to clear the game in the quickest time possible. Now, we're on to Dimension 4, and Dimension 4 is probably the most impactful dimension. First, I am fixing up the script, so just to note, the script on screen right now is the script I use for the entire run. Everything I sort of tweak and modify during the run is just being done gradually and has resulted in this more completed script. So yeah, so Dimension 4 is really impactful, because beating the Dark Lord awards you an enormous amount of essence, and this is a really great way to sort of up our ability to progress and to stay consistent with the scaling of the dungeon. One thing I do regret that I've only learnt later on in the run is just how important HP is. So for instance, in this run, I level up both the attack relic and the HP relic, but had I leveled up just the HP relic, I probably would have a better shot of clearing the dungeon in one run. This is sort of a bit of complacency on my behalf, so at this point I believe that I only need to do each dungeon or dimension in 2 runs, therefore I have the leeway, so I can focus on the attack relic and try to get some speed. But that's wrong. I should be focused on trying to clear it in one run and save all the extra clock uses for the later dimensions, as they will take significantly longer. But we grab our usual party comp, so 1 Mystic, 1 Nurse, and then 4 more Mystics. This is the ideal setup, so the first Mystic can cast Recharge, the Nurse can group heal, and then the other Mystics can clear. We do sort of look at our painful inventory, where we can't actually craft anything. I'd love to have full sets of equipment like usual, but oh well. So, the issue with this dimension, as I was going on, we don't have the HP, so the Dark Lord can actually attack twice and stun due to his high speed. This means that we need essentially double the HP threshold to clear the dimension than the normal scaling. Other than that, we are also able to get Dark Mages now, so Dark Mages are great. Noxen is only slightly quicker than Torment, but it does apply Poison, and Poison is great because it does, I think it's 10% of the enemy's total HP. Sorry, maximum HP, not total HP, so not what's left, but essentially 10 rounds, or 10 ticks of it, and the enemy would die. Which is really good on bosses, because it definitely speeds them up and makes it a lot more consistent to clear them before they clear you. I don't have to worry about damage so much. Damage really is just about clearing the dimension up to the boss, so being able to do the dungeon quickly enough. We do craft. I'm tempted to sort of work on more dots, but we do have the Dark Mages, so I don't really have to. It's a hard balance trying to figure out what items I want to save, because essentially, if I can craft one of any weapon, I can craft it in any dimension, because the Bag of Resourcefulness always rounds up, meaning you are always guaranteed to take one item with you to the next dimension, so you can use this to cheat any sort of item you want to craft. So it's really impactful if I can unlock something like the Infected Edge there. I know that in a later dimension I can craft one of that and use it, and it would definitely save time, because again, it applies poison, which is really good. I believe Infected Edge and both the Skullblade have a higher chance of applying burn and poison, which is, it's sort of another issue with the run, because as we get further in, it becomes very apparent that itemization is a big thing, and relying on drops, not only from using, say, a thief to unlock all the chests, but also just trying to get a Skullblade to apply both poison and burn. It makes a substantial difference, which is really bad in the sense that I don't think this is going to be doable in a non-segment fashion, just because there are so many variables that have to go right for you, and you obviously can't redo a dimension or, extend the dimension, because there's no leeway for the magic clock. So it's painful, but at this point, I don't think I will be attempting it, although I have had some rash ideas of some tweaks I could make. So for instance, farming in Dimension 2 with, say, with the Chef and Pancakes to power level something even further to stack up essence. Maybe it could counteract the need for the clock to do some dimensions of 2. I don't know. There's still a lot that I could test and try to do better, which is a bit unfortunate, because I was hoping this would be, the completed sense of the run. It should shape up to a decent time. It's definitely getting further and further away from my initial goal, but it'll still be a really quick run, and it'll still be the minimal amount of clears aside from Dimension 1. Anyway, onto the dimension. So we're at the Dark Lord. We can sort of watch him in action as he tries to kick our ass. HP, I believe he does, 102 with Dark Slash. So if he does Dark Slash and will kick on the same person, I can't do anything about it. But if he just double kicks, I still can't do anything about it. It's really unfortunate. I need to do the poison damage. That's all there is to it. Without poison, this boss would be impossible. Although he hasn't actually... There we go. That's our first double stomp. So, stone halves damage taken, but it's still obviously enough. There's really no way to get enough HP to do this efficiently. I mean, I would need an extra 80 or so, which would amount to 16 levels, right? Because it's 5, which is just impossible. There's no way to get the essence, but got him done. Nice and easy, thanks to poison. I wish... actually, you know what? Thinking about it, Burp does poison. So that might be a better alternative than the Dark Mage, although they obviously have no AoE capability, making them really bad for clearing the actual dungeon up until the final boss. But Darker Lord done, we have a decent chunk of gold. We also get to turn in the Essence quest. I won't turn it in until the next dimension, simply because I've got another quest that gets me gold, and I want that gold to start off. So we do upgrade Inheritance. It's a bit iffy. I still don't know what exactly to prioritize. I know Inheritance makes a lot of things easier, but at the same time, I can just sell off resources or crystals that I get and take with me. It's almost worth just focusing on the gnomes, because essence and itemization are by far the most important things to this run. Being able to sort of make it a bit more consistent that you get X relic level or X item is just really, really impactful. Anyway, Dimension 4 done. Overall, I think it took just under an hour, so 6 hours 18. Over by 2 hours technically, but you know, you take out Dimension 1 and we're doing decently.